Amen. You know that song is in your hymn book, right? Pastor Wright, he was very instrumental in taking hymns and creating them. And I got a lot of my style from him. You just can't, if you up under him, you just can't help but have something of what he has. Amen? All right. I'm out of breath already. But this is my gym today. Is that all right? So I don't mind going home losing a little weight. That's what's wrong with some of y'all. Some of y'all don't do enough. You don't do enough in church. That's why you so heavy. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about me. As much as I would love to slow it down right now, I don't think we should slow it down. I think we should still keep it up. Is that right? Y'all want to slow it down, I know. But we're going to keep it up. You know, there's a song that just says, "Where do you stand? Who's on the Lord's side?" It's interesting because on the video, they had a book up that Pastor Timothy wrote. The name of the book is "Who's Really on the Lord's Side?" I'm in that book, Dr. Cavell. I'm in that book. I'm glad I made the book. But there's one book I don't want to miss. So the song says, "Stand up if you're on the Lord's side." So you ain't got to get up now. You ain't got to get up now. But you'll know when to get up. Is that all right? All right, who's on the Lord's side? Give God a praise. You've been running and running for a long time. Your time is winding up. You better make up your mind. Getting late in the evening, sun is going down. You better get it right, while he may be found. I want to know, where do you stand? Who's on the Lord? Where do you stand? Who's on the Lord? Where do you stand? Who's on the Lord? Come on, come on, come on. The Lord side. I'm on, I'm on, I'm on. I'm on. The Lord. I'm gonna say it again. You've been running for a long time. Your time is winding up. You better make up your mind. It's getting late in the evening. Sun is going down. You better get it right, while he may be found. I wanna know, who's on the Lord's side? Where do you stand? Who's on the Lord? Where do you stand? Who's on the Lord? I'm on, I'm on, I'm on. I'm on the Lord side. Come on, say it again. Oh, I'm on the Lord side. All right, here we go. Get up if you want to love. Get up if you want to love. Get on up if you want to love. Get on up if you want to love. Sopranos, get up. got a neighbor around you that's sitting down, just tell them, get on up. You didn't tell them, take it up. Get 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 up. If you want the Lord, get on up. If you want the Lord, shout. I'm on, I'm on. I'm on. I'm on, I'm on. The Lord. I'm on, I'm on. The Lord. Shout. Come on, put those hands together, everybody. Come on, put those hands together. Hallelujah. How many of you on the Lord's side? Come on, let's give our musicians a hand. Tony, Mark, and Brian. Amen. Y'all sound good. I'm telling you, I feel a tribute record in my spirit. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Amen. Pastor Timothy Wright worked with many artists, and I don't have time to tell you stories because sometimes you'll be shocked at the stories. So this isn't a day about those stories. But the interesting thing is, Pastor Wright, he wrote for several artists, and some of these artists that he wrote for, you think they was grateful. Some of them wasn't. And they won awards and he didn't.
All right.
He got the reward. They might have got an award, but he got the reward. There's a song that just talks about we're gonna make it. I was saddened to hear on Facebook about Sister Kathy today. And it's interesting because when we did the song rehearsal and we did the melody of these songs, we had no idea. But we want to dedicate this to her and her family today. And I want to even dedicate it to those of you that may be going through something. Because the reality is, all of us go through something. It may not be exactly what I go through. And thank God you don't have to go through what I go through. And thank God I don't have to go through what you go through. Because I might not be able to take what you go through. And you definitely may not be able to take what I go through. But we all go through. The beauty of going through is that we don't get stuck. So if I can encourage you today, keep going through and don't get stuck. I know somehow, I know somewhere, we're gonna make it. We're just gonna make this a corporate worship today. No matter the test, no matter what the test, whatever comes our way, whatever comes our way, we're gonna make it. Now here's the way you're gonna make it. With Jesus on our side, with Jesus on our side, things will work out fine, things will work out. Hallelujah. We're gonna make it. Oh, yeah. We're gonna make it. Hallelujah. Come on, let's sing that again. And we sing it to somebody out there. I know somehow. I know somehow. I know somewhere. And I know somewhere. We're gonna make it. Hallelujah. No matter what the test, no matter what the, whatever comes our way. Hallelujah. We're gonna make it. The only way we can make it, with Jesus on our side, with Jesus on our side. Hallelujah. Things will work out fine. We're gonna make it. Hallelujah. How many know that you're gonna make it? We're gonna make it. Let's go straight to the van. Listen. Somehow, we're gonna make it. Listen. Some way, somehow, hallelujah, we're gonna make it. Come on, everybody, just sing it with me. Some way, somehow. Oh, some way, we're gonna make it. Hallelujah. Come on, encourage your neighbor. Let your neighbor know. Some way, somehow, some way, we're gonna make it. Come on, one more time. Some way, some way, some way, some way, some way, some way, some. We're gonna make it. With Jesus on our side, with Jesus on, things will work out fine. Things will work out. We're gonna make it. Come on, one more time. We're gonna make it. Listen, there's another song that Pastor Wright used to do. Listen. Yes, it's all right. All right. Yes, it's going to be all right. Yes, it's all right. Hallelujah. All right. Yes, it's going to be all right. Come on, choir. Yes, it's all right. Yes. Yes, it's all. Don't care what you're going through. Oh. Yes, it's going to be all right. Yes, it's going to be all right. Yes, it's all right. Yes, it's. Yes, it's all right. Yes, it's going to be. Yes. Jesus told me. Jesus told. Yes, he told me that it's going to be all right. Yes, it's going to be all right. Hallelujah. How many know you're going to make it today? Come on, choir, get you singing again somewhere. Yes, sir. We're going to make it. Just remember, choir, just say who. Ooh. They say when you do this, the devil don't know what you're talking about. How many of you just need a touch from the Lord right now? There's something that you're dealing with, there's something that you're going through, and you need God to just come by and see about you. Well, the Bible says, speak those things as if they were. So right now I need you to encourage yourself and just tell yourself that it's going to be all right. It's all right to say it. Say it's going to be all right. Tell yourself it's going to be all right. Come on, tell yourself it's going to be all right. Come on, choir, let them know. Some way, somehow, Hallelujah. We're going to make it. With Jesus on our side, with Jesus. Things will work out. Things will work out. We're going to make it. Hallelujah. Hey, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. There's one more song that we just want to go. There's something else we just want to say. Listen. Jesus will. Yes, he will. Jesus will. Oh, yes, he will. Come on, choir. Jesus will. Come on. Yes, he will. Yeah. I'm going to live and witness. Jesus. Oh, yes. Come on. Jesus will. Yeah. Hallelujah, oh yeah. Come on, one more time, Jesus will. Jesus will. Yes, he will. Come on, take out Jesus will. Oh yes. Listen. Some way, somehow, we're gonna make it. Come on, choir, let's end it. Oh, some way, somehow, because Jesus will. Because Jesus will, we're gonna make with Jesus on our side, with Jesus, things will work out fine, things will work out fine. We're gonna make it. I'm gonna give God a praise, everybody, if you know that you're gonna make it. Hallelujah. Come on, he deserves the praise. He deserves the we're gonna make it praise. He deserves the we're gonna make it praise. So you gotta understand something. Because God is able, that means that he can do it. because God is able, that means he can do it. And how many know if you have the faith, he will do it? Jesus will. Oh yes, he will. That's why it's all right. It's all right. Going to be all right. Jesus told me. He told me that it's going to be all right. Somehow, somewhere, we're going to make it. Amen. Amen. Come on, give God a praise, everybody. We down to our last song. Is that all right? How many of you glad this is the last song? Oh, y'all not glad it's the last song? See, I can't do it. I was going to say, if you glad it's the last song, to stand up. Ain't nobody standing up, so I guess about 5 more songs. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. There's a very popular song that Pastor Wright did. I gotta tell this story. Hold on, I gotta tell the story. So, when I really came into knowing Pastor Wright, it was interesting because Pastor Wright, when I started playing for his church, I would teach my original songs to his church choir. So when I would teach my songs to his church choir, he would be in the pulpit and he would see me on the organ and he would like do this. He was like, "Who wrote that, Doc?" And I would say, "I wrote that." So before I became a part of his ministry, Pastor Wright used to write all his songs. He used to write them all. Then when I came along, he gave me, he allowed me to write a song for him. Amen. So I was one of the first musicians that he gave me an opportunity to write a song for him. But the reason why this story is so important is because just before he did this particular record, Tony, he asked me to submit a song. I didn't do it. Yeah. So imagine when the whole record was done, imagine how I felt. But I promised myself there would not be another record he ever asked me for that I did not come through. Pastor Wright used to always say this: there's one good thing about trouble. Do y'all know what it is? It don't last always. Come on, put those hands together. You can stand up if you want to. This is the last song. Quiet, let's do it, all right? Come on, Brother Bubba. I'm not going to sing this song by myself. Y'all gonna help us out, right? Y'all gonna help us out? All right. Here we go. Come on. I'm so glad. Trouble don't last always. 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 Let me do a verse. Let me do one verse. Listen. May not come when you want him. No, no, no. But it's on time. Found him to be a friend of mine. Storm clouds rise in your life. He will be there. you want it.
But it's right on time. Oh, yes, it is.
On time.
Down in the beat. Down in the beat. A friend of mine. I don't know the words, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Some dark clouds in your life. I know the Lord, He'll be there. Yes, He will. All of my burdens, yeah, He will help me to bear. Yes, He will.
I'm so glad.
I'm so glad. Oh, yes, I am. Trouble don't last.
Trouble don't last always.
I'm so glad.
I'm so glad.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Trouble don't last. We've been made. Keep the faith. It will be. We've been made. Keep the faith. It will be alright. Come on, come on, come on. Y'all about to let rock with us. Come on. Everybody, come on. Trouble don't last always. No, 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 no. Trouble don't last always.
Trouble don't last always. It don't last always. Ain't you glad? Ain't you glad? Ain't you glad? Ain't you glad that trouble won't last? It won't last always. Trouble don't last always. You have a back.
Trouble don't last. No, no, no. Come on, Sopranos, one more time. I'm not gonna bug you no more. Trouble. No, no. Alto, let me hear you. Alto, sing it. No, 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 no. No, no. Tenor, let me hear you sing trouble. Trouble don't last always. No, no. Break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down. I just say break it down, I didn't say sing. I just wanted to break it down. Now listen, y'all been singing to them all afternoon. I think it's time that they sing to y'all. So everybody, listen, trouble don't last. No? Trouble don't last. I got the mic. I might pass the mic. Trouble.
Trouble don't last always. No, 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 trouble don't last always.
Sing that again. Trouble.
Trouble don't last always. No, 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 trouble don't last always.
Y'all better get her name and number. Trouble don't last. Trouble don't. I got another one. Here we go. Trouble don't last.
Trouble don't last that way.
No, no.
No, 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 trouble don't last that way.
Y'all better get her name and number. Trouble don't last. No, 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 no. One more time, trouble don't last. No, 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 no. We've been
song says trouble don't last always. Anybody glad about that? Anybody glad that trouble don't last always? I believe part of the reason why we can say that, Pastor Cleveland, is because of what David said. David said Jesus, he's a very present help in the time of trouble. That's how we can say trouble don't last always. Why? Because greater is he that's in us than he that is in the world. How many of you believe that you heard from the Lord today? Not really. How many of you believe that you heard from the Lord today? The Bible says the day that you hear my voice, woo, harden not your heart. Every head bowed and every eye closed this afternoon.